Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, man, so I seen this article on boxing scene. I wanted to talk about it really quick, get my opinion. Seen some fans on boxing scene leave comments under the article. Anthony Joshua says that he would knock out Tyson Fury within 6 rounds. AJ believes it'll take him half the fight or less to get rid of Tyson Fury. You guys hit that like button on your way in, man. Wow, 13 people that quick. 18 people. Y'all hit that like button, man. Levi Khan was good. Before I get to my opinion about that, also seeing that they're saying that Usyk and Chisora, they're trying to eye a date for that, and the date that they have that they're talking about is October 31st. So hopefully that comes to fruition. But here in the States, man, I'm not sure how sports are going to play out, man, with the canceling of the NBA. I seen there were some baseball games canceled. I don't believe all of them were. But just the climate here, man, what's been going on. Curious to see how the rest of the world schedules their sporting events, but we will see how that affects other places. But yeah, man, they're talking about October 31st for that one, right? And then I seen something else. This isn't written in stone, but I seen Goodfellas TV. Shouts out to him. He had a video. There's a rumor. All right, so this isn't written in stone. All right, so don't say he's not fighting. I don't know. I just seen him make a video about it, about Luis Ortiz possibly fighting Courage Shabalala. And I remember now, if he fights now, look, hopefully that's just a rumor. Hopefully that's just some type of rumor, man, because that would be crazy, man. Like Shabalala's like 50 years old. I remember watching him fight a dude named Brian Scott in like 90, what was that, 96, 97 on that the Riddick Bowe versus Galata 2 undercard. Then also remember he had a fight against Daryl Wilson, and he fought Olaf Moskev. I just remember him because he was this undefeated, African prospect. This was around the time you had Akabe Abuche and guys like that. So I remember his name. So hopefully that's just a rumor that's out there, man. Because come on, man. Like, god damn. Courage Shabalala. Like, come on, man. And on top of that, I haven't seen Courage in like damn near 20 years, man. So hopefully that shit's just a rumor. My man LVZ up in this thing. What's good, bro? Punch Cole says AJ isn't going to make the Ruiz mistake twice. Pillar's about to get pieced up, no overlooking. Well, I wonder what type of AJ we're going to have to, as you say, piece up Pulev. Is it going to be the come forward AJ, or is it going to be the AJ that was on his bicycle for the Ruiz fight? And I understand he did that pertaining to the game plan that Ruiz had that first fight. He wanted to adjust to it, so I get that part. But I'm curious to see what kind of AJ we have now. Let me get to my opinion about his comments about Tyson Fury. Now, he's a fighter. He's an athlete. I don't expect he's supposed to be supremely confident, especially when you're a heavyweight champion, right? They deem you the baddest man on the planet. I'll say this: he's supposed to say stuff like this. What he's supposed to say? That I'll get in there and I think I'll squeak out a 12-round close decision. I'll get in there and no, he's going to say he's going to win the fight. He says he's going to win by knockout. That's how he wins shit all his fights, except the decision. Majority of his fights pretty much end in him knocking the other dude out, right? But my thing is, what makes him so sure of it? Is it just something? Well, for him, he said that he thinks that he's faster than Wilder. He also said that that he's been in the deep waters. What does the dude say? This is Fury saying that he would. Or I'm sorry, this is Joshua saying that he'll knock out Fury. He said he's faster. He believes in. He thinks that he's faster than Wilder. I'm trying to think. I forget everything he said, man. That he's faster than Wilder and he's been in the deep waters. Whatever he said, man. He's supposed to say shit like this. But my thing is really breaking down his styles, though. I don't see him stopping Tyson Fury within 6 rounds, just based on styles, based on that I've seen Fury took hellacious right hand from Wilder. But sometimes that shit doesn't matter, man, because some guys react to other guys' power differently, right? Vander Holyfield was reacting to the way Riddick Bowe was hitting him way different than the way he was reacting to Mike Tyson hitting him. And to a lot of people, they would think Tyson hits harder than Riddick Bowe. But there's different types of power, right? There's that long range power where guys are catching with straight punches from the outside, punches you don't see. Then some guys, they get so close that they kind of muddy, as I like to say, they muddy up their own work. They're kind of, interfering with their own work because they're so close, smothering their own punches. You know what I mean? So, but footwork advantage, I go to Tyson Fury, man, and I think he will be moving around the ring on Anthony Joshua, man, making him, have to walk him down and chase him down a little bit, man. So, but I think that Anthony Joshua has quicker hands than Deontay Wilder when it comes to throwing in combination, especially when they're throwing like 4 or 5 punch combinations, but just one shot for one shot. Wilder not only has one of the most devastating right hands, but he gets from point A to point B. Point B is usually your face. You know what I'm saying? It usually gets to point B very quickly. So, but when they throw in combination, I think AJ has the advantage right there. Then he said he's the fresher fighter. That's what he said. But look, shit, man, Tyson Fury's pretty fresh because shit, he took what, 5 years off or some shit like that, 4 years off. But he has in the last few fights, though, he has taken some punishment. The first Wilder fight going down like that, and then receiving that big nasty cut in the Otto Wallen fight. Ew. In the Otto Wallen fight, this is ridiculous. See my man 1LV, he says, yeah, AJ tripping, he got KO'd, but AJ can cut the ring off better. Yeah, he can definitely cut the ring off better. Walk him down, step to him, touch him. AJ does some good things with his jab. He'll go upstairs, downstairs, like I noticed that in the Povetkin fight. I'm not saying he can't, like there's no way where he can beat Tyson Fury, but stop him within 6, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure, but Fury can be touched. And sometimes when you touch Fury enough, he'll just stop and start to fight with you. He'll stop, fight with you, start holding you, put his body weight on you. I don't think he'll have an advantage with AJ when it comes to that, but he probably could tire AJ out, wrap his arms up, just make AJ do a lot of work using his big bulky ass arms, make him do a lot of holding and clinching and drag him into one of those type of sloppy fights where they're holding and, hold with the left hand, hitting with the right hand, holding with the right hand, hitting with the left hand. Yeah, man, try to muddy it up. If he muddies it up and gets AJ using his gas tank and get him start breathing hard, Fury might be the one to stop AJ. You know what I mean? So you never know, man. All this shit's hypothetical as of right now, but for him to say he'll stop him within 6, I expect for him to say stuff like that, but really breaking it down, I wouldn't put my money on Joshua stopping him in 6. If anything, I think his probably best way to win is probably catching him cold. Because I think going far into a fight, I would favor Fury's gas tank over Anthony Joshua's. So maybe he's looking at it like, shit, my best way to win is an early knockout. Maybe, he's trying to give us that as a clue. You know what I mean? Because I think if it goes to decision shit, I would pick Tyson Fury to win that one. I think the lateral movement would just give him problems, man. And then Tyson Fury, he's not known, as a knockout artist, but this is still a 270-pound dude turning into right hands and turning into left hooks that's touching you. And AJ isn't, known to just have the world's best chin at the division. You know what I mean? Official AJ, what's good? St. Cruz, he says, it's why we love boxing. Stamina will be key. I definitely agree with that. One LVZ says, I feel you. I got AJ in 7 or 8 now. Jupiter B says, prefer old school refs that force you to fight and not lean on. Hey, I like a little bit of both of it, man, because sometimes that could be a game plan. You know what I mean? To lean on a dude and hold him and breathe on him and all that shit they be doing up in there, especially with the heavyweights, to tire a dude out. You know what I mean? I like when that's used as a tactic. Now, I don't like when it's used excessively, like the way Klitschko would do it. You know what I mean? I don't like when it's excessive, but leaning and grabbing and wrapping him up and all that, because shit, Holyfield had to do it to Tyson. When he fought Mike, man, he was wrapping Tyson's left arm up via vice grip. You know what I mean? He was not letting that shit, my wife laughing, he was not letting that shit go at all. You know what I mean? And he was putting the head up on Tyson too, putting that bald ass head up in his face roughing him up in dirt, because he knew, like, man, I can't fight you from a fair distance and let this just be you swing, I swing. I'm gonna fuck around and get knocked out. You know what I mean? So I'm about to dirty this fight up. I'm about to dirty the hell up out of this fight. So I like that as a tactic. I just don't like it when it's excessive, to where the whole fight is like, damn, bro, you just gonna just grab and hold and lean the whole damn fight. Main event markup in this thing. What's good, man? Damn, it's packed over here. Oh, we can park right here. Cash for the car. He's gonna take the cash. This ain't gonna be long, y'all. I'm just picking up breakfast, man, and get this breakfast down and get a damn workout in. Take advantage of this heat while we got it here in Minnesota, because it starts to get cold to the motherfucker, man, soon. So I like to work out outside, especially in these months where we got this heat. Let me see. Let me read some of y'all's comments. But that's really it, man. This not gonna be no long video about this dude having confidence that he would beat Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? But Tyson Fury may be having some it's curious to see how he fights too, especially in this rematch with Deontay Wilder, man, because I want to know if he has like a false sense of security, because he is taking, in that second fight, man, I watched the second fight a handful of times. He was taking some right hands in that second fight too, especially the first round. Wilder didn't get everything into it, but he still landed some clean ones that some dudes probably would have went to sleep. They'd have probably turned the ring into a Motel 6. So I want to know if he's going to come into this kind of like, hey, I can eat his punches. You know what I mean? Will he go into other fights thinking that I'm just going to come forward and just take dudes' best shots because, hey, I took Wilder's? And that don't, like I said, sometimes fighters react differently to other guys' powers, power punching for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So will he just come in thinking, hey, I got this iron chin. I stood up to what Klitschko had. Now, speaking of the fight that was excessive, just shit that I didn't like to see was the Fury and Klitschko fight. Fury did what he had to do to win the fight, but that was a fight that was kind of like, that was an ugly fight. You know what I mean? But that's Klitschko's fault for not, adjusting his game plan and getting to Tyson Fury. Let me see here. My Sports was good. He says, I don't see Joshua fighting Fury for now. Yeah, bro, and that's another thing. They're all they're doing this overlooking shit again. I seen Ed. Now I'm not sure, because this was on some show that was on Sky Sports called what did Anthony Josh say this shit on? Some show called A League of Their Own. So I'm not sure if they just posed a question to him, asking him about Tyson Fury, or how the conversation went. But it's like, bro, take care of Pulev. And I seen Punch Corner here saying he's gonna run through Pulev again. I want to see what style he does this thing, because if he tries to go out there and try to just out jab the jabber, which you can do. I've seen Larry Holmes be out jabbed by Carl the Truth Williams. Some people even think that Witherspoon out jab Holmes. So you can sometimes out jab the master jabber. Occasionally it can happen. Will he try that approach? Will he come with the high guard and try to mimic his favorite fighter, Mike Tyson? You know, when AJ come with the high guard, going side to side, wants to throw the 1, 2, 3, 4, the jab, straight right hand, left hook, right uppercut, or straight right hand behind it? Or will he be this guy that's on his bicycle? And if he does the bicycle approach, I think Pulev jab is long enough to where he can touch AJ. He's not going to be completely just out of reach when he goes and uses movement like the way he was against Ruiz. At least I don't think he will, because Pulev works his jab a whole lot different than Ruiz does, and he fights taller. And if he tries to just rough up Pulev might fuck around and catch AJ with something, man. Pulev loves that 1-2. He loves that jab right hand. He'll throw it down the middle. Sometimes he'll sweep it, so he'll try to land behind your gloves. Sometimes he'll scrape it to the body. And AJ, when he comes with that high guard like this, and he goes, to me, he's right in line for straight right hands. And that was the one key punch, which is Wilder's best punch. And that's why I always have favored Wilder to beat Joshua because of that. And I think Joshua moves his head enough. But Mr. Boxing, he moved his head in the Ruiz fight. I thought he moved his legs more in the Ruiz fight to get away from danger than actually bending at the waist like Pernell Whitaker. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Bitcoin Boxing says he was asked the question about fear. He answered. Oh, okay. Let me see here. trying to get to y'all's damn, my fucking phone about to die. I know, ain't it? Every time I go live, man, my phone on 7%. But because a lot of times I be thinking the topics, and I'm like, man, I'm about to talk about this. Bumpy Thompson was good, man. That's right, LVZ. Ugly Fight does favor Fury because he loves that type of shit. Go watch his, especially when he gets into rough spots. Fury just goes ugly. When Cunningham dropped him, when he fought Cunningham, he said, fuck this, I'm about to just hold and grab, smother, lean on, headlock, all that shit. When Wallen made it a little bit rough for him, made him have to work, he started leaning, smothering, grabbing, headlocking. You know what I mean? Let me see. LVZ up in here clowning. He says smash that like button or Doug Smoke like Canelo. Man, Canelo need to go ahead and jump in there with them Charlo boys, man. Or what's the other kid, Andrade, man. Get them guys shots, man. There was some dude they were saying he was supposed to fight Anvil, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Or nah. Rest in peace. Nah, some dude Advil, whatever that damn dude's name was. I'm like, and look, man, I'm kind of casual when it comes to a lot of these other weight classes. Once you get past like the top 10 of the sanctioned body rankings of some of these weight classes, I'm casual, bro. I don't know who the number 27th rated middleweight is. Not like how I follow the heavyweights. You guys know I can go from literally number 1 to number 200 when it comes to heavyweights currently. You know what I mean? But when it comes to some of these other dudes, I don't know them. Just like Sean Porter fought shouts out to BFTV, Formula Milk, whatever dude named Formella. And hey, dude was fighting back. I thought Sean was gonna give us a Paula Malignaggi instant replay. You know what I mean? But dude stood in there. But some of these dudes, I don't know who they are, man. Get in there with the Charlos and the Andrades and you know what I mean? Cats like that, man. Don't start fighting these other dudes, man. These no-name cats. I am Ill Will up in here. What's good, bro? Leighton Evelyn up in here. Hey, y'all, I want this to turn off on y'all, man. Rona Zazoro up in here. What's good? St. Cruising. Mr. Shelton up in this thing. Bruce Goes up in this thing. How Bruce Goes ain't got this, man? Hold on. Let me do that for you. All right. Man, Jupiter B said, Lehman Brewster did a great interview with Blue. He talked about how Klitschko era made it harder for smaller boxers. A big guy don't have to have skill, just lean to sport. Well, you gotta have some skill in there, but shit, hey man, leaning and grabbing is an art and a skill too in itself. You know what I mean? Shit, that's actually a skill. But I know what you mean with what skills you're talking about. But hey, y'all, I want this to shut off on y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all jumping up in here. Go subscribe to my man, 1LVZ. Go subscribe to my man, I Am Ill Will. Who up in here got a channel, man? All my brothers got channels up in here, man. My phone gonna die, man. Y'all be good. Till next time, I'm gone.